Kwani is a 10-year-old literary network based in Nairobi, but a network that is interested in regional literature. We are here, as Beverly mentioned, to launch Jennifer's book. And this book basically is a culmination of long ambitions from Kwani to be an institution that produces novel manuscripts with some kind of authority. And we came up with the idea to do a continent-wide novel manuscript call-out. And we received 280 manuscripts from all over the continent. At the end of the process of judging all these, the winner for these ended up being Jennifer. The beauty about this book is that, or rather that the African contemporary novel must explore the past and must explore the present. And this is obviously a comment based on this idea that the contemporary novel has forgotten history. And Jennifer's book, I think, is a great study in this.
Jennifer, your win is our win as all the Ugandan writers. Your win is our win as Ugandans and as Uganda. So I want to wish you the best as you go through all the doors that this, the literary doors that is winning has opened for you. Wish you all the best and a hug from Femright.
So good evening and welcome. We are really very pleased to be here. And I want to start by extending and adding my voice to everyone who has congratulated Jennifer. So how does it feel to launch your first novel at home?
It's both exciting and frightening. It's exciting because I'm back home, and because while I wrote the novel, I imagined all my readers looking like you. But it's frightening because there's no audience more hard to please than your home audience. This book is about Uganda. It's about everyday lives that you have led. It's about the history that you know. And therefore, it will be very hard for me to, to slip a few lies or things past your eyes. So I expect this audience to be a little tougher than the audiences I'll meet elsewhere. When I arrived in Europe, I noticed how Africa is perceived. It's not perceived the way you know Africa when you live here. It's such a very skewed perception of the world that sometimes I would wonder. So they would write things about Uganda and I would say, no, that's not my Uganda. And so I felt, you know what, I needed to tell my side of the story. Now we know the Igbo. We know the way they break kola nut. We know how they salute. But that's because Achebe went out in the world and said, I'm going to tell the Igbo story. But the Ugandan story is missing out there. When you say to people in Britain, I'm Ugandan, they say, Idi Amin. As if Idi Amin is our best cultural production. So I thought, we need to tell the Ugandan story. Of course, it's going to be the Ugandan story from my point of view, but it is a Ugandan story.
So, did you have, or do you have literary influences in your life? Did you try to model your work on any of these literary gurus that were raised on as African writers?
Yes, that is true. I grew up on Chinua Achebe, and you can't escape Chinua Achebe if you're an African writer or if you grew up in our times. So when I started writing, I remember trying to write exactly like him, which of course was stupid, because I can't write like Achebe, But as I kept writing, I was told that perhaps you need to read new writing that is coming out, because writing evolves. Nobody publishes novels that are written like Achebe anymore. But as I kept writing, I realized that you get your own print. Anyway, you get your own voice, you get your own way of writing. And the more I learned to use English properly, the more I realized that I could write English the way we speak it in Uganda. So at the moment, by the time I came to the end of this novel, I was not writing like anybody else. I was writing like me. And I was quite confident that I could pull it off.